had a transformative event happen to me when I was just 5 years old. At that time, my family was living in the Deep South, and it was during Jim Crow segregation days, and I'd had very little exposure to people of color. And my mother took my sisters and I along with her one day as she went to give shots to poor people in the community. And I recall pulling up in front of a shack in the middle of a field, and a number of African American children ran out to greet us. And they took us inside and we sat down to play with their only toy. And in that moment, my soul was literally turned inside out. It had such a profound impact on my life. But what was even more impactful was later when I was in school and I figured out that what I was looking at that day was the vestiges of slavery. That's what really set the course of my life. I decided right then and there to go to law school to gain the tools to fight for social justice. And I became really interested in civil rights violations. I went on to work at the Department of Justice, prosecuting hate crimes, police brutality, and I even had a slavery case when I was at the Department of Justice. So that really was the transformative experience that I had that set me on this course. One of my biggest concerns for young people is that they come from fairly egalitarian experiences within their homes, within their communities, and within their schools. And then they enter a workplace that has norms and cultures that harken back to the 20th century, or in some cases maybe the 19th century, right? And they're expecting 21st century cultures and norms, and the mismatch between their expectations and their experiences is going to be really harmful, I think, and has been harmful to many young people. But they need to learn about the hidden barriers that are caused by unconscious, unintentional bias for the most part, and learn how to navigate those hidden barriers. I've had so many people inspire me, many of the founders of CLI, but if I had to pick one person who was there from the very beginning and has been there all the way to present day, it's my husband, U.S. Magistrate Judge Craig Schaefer. Most people have no idea the tremendous role that he played behind the scenes, helping me create strategies and figuring out how to get this nonprofit off the ground. And actually, he was the one that initially planted the seed for the Dean's Diversity Council. My husband and my two sons, Nick and Ryan, were right there with me, helping get this nonprofit off the ground and advancing diversity and inclusion in the legal industry.